James is not here. Vigilante's not here. So today is J and K. Special K, our producer. When we are as a full trio. Also, Narco's going to be getting in a few shots. Alright. Oh, like the J&J. We had these cups for a year now. Made by emaris@gmail.com. J cups. J&J got issues on one side. My man with the cigar in his mouth on the other side.
Those are real nice, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Design.
Yep. Made by me, the Kawando. The marriage is straight out of Ecuador.
Ecuador, really?
By way of Mexico.
Please.
By way of Honduras. She's in South Trenton, actually.
Yes.
Is she from South Trenton? South Trenton, Puerto Rico. Because right now we on the eastern hemisphere of the United States.
South Trenton, Puerto Rico.
South Trenton, Puerto Rico. It's up in the mountains. You get there, you land in San Jose. Get a little cart with the donkey. You go up the hill. And you go from the donkey cart to the car. You get in the car, you go up around the hills. And that's when you get to South Trenton, Puerto Rico. It's like up on the hill with a statue like this.
And that's where she was born.
That's where she was born, under that statue. But the problem is, it was like it was Puerto Rican Island Day, and you know there's like these 5 guys, and
Are they the 5 guys that make the burgers?
I think so. But this is the problem. They all loved her. All 5 of those guys loved her mom. So when her mom came here to the States, the 5 guys came too to support their family. They opened up a burger joint. So your marriage is part of the 5 guys food chain because her dads, all 5 of them, runs that food chain.
Right.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right. Today's topic is people who ask for advice,
Kick your butt.
but they don't like what they hear.
Okay, why do people ask for advice, but they want you to sugarcoat it? They don't want to hear what's really going on or what you really think. They want to hear. They want you to say what they want to hear as sweet as possible.
And 90% of the time, they don't follow that advice.
No. But then later on, after everything blows up in their face, then I should have listened to you.
I should have listened to you. Because the thing is, if you come to me and ask for advice, and especially if you're one of my friends, and I've had James say, hey, I give bad advice in the past.
Which is not true.
If you're my friend, I'm going to...
It's just harsh.
Well, harsh, whatever. But I'm going to give you the advice that's going to be in your best interest. If you got a problem with your girlfriend, your ex-wife, whoever, I'm going to give you the advice that's going to be to better your life, not that person that you're asking for advice against. I can only give you the advice. Whether you follow or not is up to you. I've given people advice and they stopped talking to me.
Oh, but yeah, I've had that problem before.
You came to me for the advice, not the other way. I didn't offer you anything. You asked me for something specific, and I gave it to you.
No, they want you to be like, but you should.
But no.
No.
But the thing is, you ask for the advice, I give it to you. You might not like what you hear, but it's raw, real raw advice.
And that's the way it should be, in my opinion.
So if I come to one of you, anybody, if I trust you enough to ask for advice from you, that's because I want to know.
You know what the weird
Help
thing,
me.
The weird thing is when I meet like females, I let them know how I am up front. Don't ask me questions if you don't want to answer.
Yep.
Because I'm not going to be tiptoeing around.
And the answer you might get, you might not like.
You might not like it. And I tell them that up front. And I expect the same thing. If I ask you a question, I want the real answer, because 9 times out of 10, I already know the answer. I just want to know if you agree with me.
Well, see, and that's the other thing about the advice most people have too, is they already know what they got to do when they come to you. They know, because
Exactly.
all the people I deal with are smart people. I'm going to go and say they're stupid, but they're smart people, right?
Yeah.
They're stupid, but they're smart people.
Smart-ish.
They're smart people. Everybody knows smart. We can get together. We can build a fucking house. Smart people. But they already know what they got to do, but they don't want to do what they got to do. So they come to you for advice, and you give it to them, and it's more or less you gave them what they needed. You gave them what they know they need to do, but not what they wanted to hear.
Maybe they just want you to talk them out of what they need to do.
No, then don't come to me for advice then.
That's why they go to other people that's gonna.
Because I don't believe in the sugarcoat.
No.
I always say I'm a grown ass man, and you come to me for advice, I'm gonna give you advice.
Yeah, I mean.
So you give it to them, and some people don't come to me for advice because they know what type of advice I'm gonna give them.
But in the end, it still ends up being.
If you come to me about something, right? Let's say if you come to me about advice, my advice is not going to let you play out the role of a good guy and a good female. Okay, because I believe in getting dirty with most people. Same thing I say, a good leader in any work environment is the one that's going to be able to get in the trenches with you and do the same work you do to show you how it's done and do it with you instead of saying do this and do that. They do it with you. My advice is I will give you advice to get in the trenches with you. You got to get dirty on some things. And a lot of people don't have it in their heart to be dirty, but guess what? Their counterpart will be dirty in a heartbeat.
Oh, absolutely.
We're dirty in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. We'll drag you through the mud and then come back and ask for your help later.
Yep. But then at that point, once you get dragged through the mud, now you come back to me and say, yo man, I should have listened to you.
Yeah.
I should have did what you told me to do. And now it's too late. It's too late.
Like I
You should
said,
listen.
when people ask for advice, they usually already know what the answer is. They just want you to validate what the answer is, but then they want to do the opposite because they know when you say it out loud, it can sound harsh.
Yes.
I mean, you have this conversation in your head already. Like, well, I should do this, I should do this, I should do this. Short of killing somebody, sometimes you gotta get dirty.
That is correct. You gotta
Sorry.
get dirty. If you gotta get dirty, you better be the first one to get dirty. Be the first person to step in this shit, fall in the mud, and roll around. Because somebody gotta get dirty first, and the first person to get dirty will probably come out on top.
No,
Most times.
it depends.
But you're right.
In certain situations.
It depends. But let's say the other person's getting dirty, but you're still trying to be the good person, not want to hurt their feelings or hurt them.
Yeah.
And then you're screwed.
See that?
You're screwed because you didn't want to get dirty first.
That kind of situation I've been in when I was young. 20s young. I was always a nice person. Until things got a little crazy.
I was a nice person too.
Until you turned 5, I know. It's true. I can't even see it. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you wake up and be like, you know something, I ain't putting up with this shit no more.
Yeah.
And you gotta put an end to it, one way or the other.
Now, I used to be nice. But
When, dear?
one day I woke up and was like, you know what? I ain't putting up this shit no more. I'm tired of these damn birds singing outside the window waking me up. So now I get up before the birds get up. And that's the end of it. That's the end of it.
Yes,
I'm just
that's
bullshitting.
the end of it.
I'm just bullshitting. That's the end of it.
Yeah, but when it comes right down to it, if you don't want advice, don't ask.
Ask. Well, I can't say don't ask because some people don't know how to give advice. I'm going to tell you, don't ask me.
Yeah, don't ask me.
Don't ask neither one of us for advice because we're going to give it to you raw dog, doggy, donkey dick style. It's going to be raw. It's going to be You're going to get that advice. You're going to get some good advice, some strong advice.
Strong.
And we're not psychiatrists, nothing like that. We ain't been trained. We're just going to give you raw advice to tell you what you need to do. Whether you follow that advice is up to you.
Other psychiatrists always be like, well, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. So you can get the free advice from me, or go to a motherfucker that's charge you buku dollars and say, how do you feel about that? So if you need some advice, let us know. Matter of fact, you can let us know in the comments. And we'll shoot a video about your situation, whether you should follow that advice or not.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Might fucking follow the advice and go to jail. But.
No, I wouldn't send you to jail or anything.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I wouldn't put you in a situation. Well, you put yourself in a situation where you go to jail.
Well, it wouldn't be to have you do harm to somebody else. It's going to
not
be
physically.
Not physical. It's having you how to get out of that situation. And let me explain something to you. The type of person I am. Let's say I was married, right? I am married to this woman right here, and she says, "I don't want to be with you no more. We're leaving." And I'm like, "Damn." Now we got to sell the house and everything. I'm not above going to someplace shady, buying some cocaine and stashing in her car and call the cops on her and say she's doing drugs. That's me being shady, though. That's the type of person I am. I believe in vengeance and all that eye for an eye shit. But, and again, right?
What?
But,
oh my God! You just went totally left.
But again, see, people say that we're alike. She's the calm one, and I'm calmer.
What?
Yeah.
What?
If we was murderers, right? Assassins.
Ooh, okay.
We're assassins. You're the type of person that'll poison somebody's drink. I'm the person that'll come in the house and hit you with an axe in the face.
Oh, okay. I can go with that.
See, we're almost alike. People think I'm mentally unstable. No, I'm not. But when you get to the point in life where you realize you're a grown ass man, hey, guess what? I'm not hurting nobody. I do what I say what I want to say, right?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, there you go. And she said it. She said it's the law.
If you made it to a certain age in life, you shouldn't have to tiptoe around people's feelings.
Oh, I haven't tiptoed around nobody's feelings since I was
3. Here now. He's harsh, mean.
Not really.
Not like me.
I had a strong father figure in my household.
I didn't. I got it from my mother.
Yeah, see, she got it from her mother. Her mom is crazy as a cat in a bag of mice or some shit like that.
A cat in a bag of mice.
Something like that. Anyway, but back to getting back to what we were saying.
Oh my God, you are insane.
Advice.
A bag of mice.
Don't ask for advice if you don't like the answers, because the only thing we can do is be real with you. Give you the answers.
And it's usually for your own good, whether you want to believe it at the time or not. It's for your own good. And I expect the same from you.
And I do too. But anyway, at the end of the day,
it is what it is.